Hey, in this video I will make a trading value list in Grow a Garden. So let's dive right in. Here is the tier list I'm going to use, and don't worry, the link will be in the description. Let's start with the mutation and huge pets. Now I won't include huge pets and mutations because they vary a lot. Like if it's a huge kitsune, it's worth a ton, alright. But it's a huge common pet like a dog, it's maybe in D tier, it doesn't worth a lot. And also this huge pet can be titanic or godly, so the value changes a lot, and I don't think I should include huge in a tier. Like if I put in the D tier, it would be not correct for huge kitsune or huge mimic octopus or even huge peacock or huge capybara. So I will not rank huge pets, and same goes for mutations. Mutations doesn't add as much value as the huge pets. Like with rainbow kitsune, maybe you can get a kitsune and some add. But if you have a huge kitsune, that's worth over 12 kitsunes. And again, mutation just adds a little bit of value on top of a pet. So I don't think I should include mutations. Anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's start this tier list right away. At the S tier, we have the kitsune, of course. But that doesn't mean anything, right? Like, what is the value of the kitsune? So if you have watched my previous trade value list videos, I like to explain everything in terms of mimic value. Instead of saying kitsune is the S rank, I will say it like this. Kitsune is worth around 22 mimic to 25 mimic octopuses. There you go, that's the value of the kitsune. Let's go on to the A rank, which of course we have the raccoon, and the raccoon's worth is around 10 mimic octopus. You can get it with 9 mimic octopuses, I believe, but lower than 9 I'm not so sure. So raccoon's value is around 9 to 10 mimic octopuses. And we have one other pet in the A rank, which is the disco bee. Disco bee is worth a lot less than raccoon. It's worth around 5 to 6 mimic octopuses, but it usually goes for 6 mimic octopus. I will put the fennec fox here. I think fennec fox is worth around 4 to 5 mimic octopuses now. It was worth 3 mimic octopus before, but it got a huge buff and its value has risen a little bit. And then we had the butterfly. Butterfly's value is 3 mimic octopus. And then we had the tiger. Tiger is the new 1% pet. Like, let me actually show you. If we click on this question mark on the jungle egg, we see the tiger is 1% pet here. It's the new divine pet, and its value is around like 2 mimic to butterfly now. I think its value is gonna drop, so if you have a tiger, trade it now. And we have one last pet in B tier, which is the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus' value is around 2 mimic octopuses and 1.5 mimic octopus. And yeah, that's all the pets in the B tier. Let's move on to the C tier. And at the top of the C tier, we have the one and only Mimic Octopus. Mimic Octopus's value is 1 Mimic Octopus. After Mimic Octopus, what do we got? Next to the Mimic Octopus, we have the one and only T-Rex. T-Rex's value is close to the Mimic Octopus. It's worth around 4 over 5 Mimic Octopus and 3 over 5 Mimic Octopus. Maybe you can trade a T-Rex for a Mimic Octopus, but I don't know. Mimic Octopus definitely worth more. After T-Rex, I'm gonna put the Brontosaurus, okay? I think Brontosaurus' value is rising. I think it's not quite there yet. Its demand is crazy though, and its value is rising. Maybe try to trade your Brontosaurus for a mimic or just keep them. Next to the Brontosaurus, I think we have the Illuminous Sprite. But first, what's the value of the Brontosaurus? I think Brontosaurus is worth like 4 over 5 mimic or 3 over 5 mimic. Like for 3 Brontosauruses, I think you can get 2 mimic. I don't know though, maybe you need to be a little bit lucky. Then we had the Luminous Sprite. I am actually trading this pet, and they offered me a Dragonfly, but this is my only Luminous Sprite left, so I don't wanna trade it. So I think its value is around half a mimic, or I don't know, something like that. And then we have the Dragonfly and the Queen Bee. I think their value is nearly the same now. Dragonfly's value has dropped a little bit. I think they are worth around half a mimic too. Now let's move on to the D tier. Oh man, this is quite hard. Some of these pets' value is so close. I will put the lobster first at the D tier. I think lobster's value is like same as Dragonfly and Queen Bee. And I'm trading this lobster, but I get horrible offers for it. I get a Dragonfly offer, so maybe lobster is C tier too. I think either at the end of the C tier or at the top of the D tier. Its value is around same as Dragonfly and Queen Bee, maybe just a little bit less. Now I think rest of the pets are D tier. Let's start with the most demanded ones then. Let's start with the Wisp then. I think Wisp value is like a Dragonfly, and I think there are not many Wisps. because it was really hard to get the Wisp, Luminous Sprite and the Drake. So I don't think we have that much of these pets. So its value is around half a mimic and it's at the start of the D tier. Then we have the Drake. I think Drake's value is same as Wisp, but Drake's demand is trash, not gonna lie. I'm trying to trade the Drake, but I got like 0 offers for the Drake. So its demand is trash. And then I will actually put the Swan here. Let me say this first though. I said Wisp's value is half a mimic, so why I didn't put it at the C tier? Because its demand is lower. Like these 3 pets demand is higher than the Wisp. And the Drake's demand is lower too. And again, Swan's value is around half a mimic too. Again though, its demand is so low. Everybody has a Swan. It was so easy to get the full X. So its demand is trash. Then I think we have the Seal and Koi. Seal and Koi are the most useful pets. Like if you check what Koi does, it gives 4% chance to get the egg back while hatching eggs. So you get more eggs with Koi. If you check what the Seal does, sealing pets have a 6.59% chance to get the pet back as its egg equivalent. So both with Seal and Koi, you get more eggs. Which is super useful, right? You want more eggs. So since they are very useful, their demand is really high. I think you can get a mimic with 2 Kois or 2 seals. But it is hard though. People usually want 4 plus seals or 4 plus Kois for just 1 mimic. However, you get a lot of trade messages and maybe you can find a good deal. Next we have the Pachycephalosaurus. This pet's value is half a mimic too. We didn't got any crafting update though, so it doesn't have any demand until we get something to craft. In events of course. So if we get a crafting update, I think Pachycephalosaurus demand and value will rise up. Because Pachycephalosaurus ability lets us to duplicate the crafted item. So we double our crafting output. Which is amazing. And then I think we got the Barnaul. I think Barnaul's worth is 1/3 of the mimic. Maybe you can get a mimic with 2 Barnauls. And it has same problem with the Swan. Fall eggs was so easy to get. People are trading tens of Barnauls. So its demand is low. Then we have the Bald Eagle. I think Bald Eagle is 1/3 of the mimic too, or 1/2 of the mimic. Some people are offering for Baldol, so it has some kind of demand. And it is the best egg hatching pet. So if you have a Bald Eagle, use them to hatch your eggs. Then I will put the Red Panda here. If Red Panda isn't big, like if it isn't 4 kg or around 4 kg, nobody wants this. Nobody wants a Red Panda lower than 4 kg. So its demand is very low. I think its value is around 1/4 of the mimic or 1/5 of the mimic. Let's move on to the E tier though. I will put all the Blood Moon pets here. Their demand is definitely low, but you can get insane deals with them. I think they worth like 1/8 of the mimic. But maybe someone will give mimic for 3 Blood Owls, or 3 Blood Hedgehogs, or 3 Blood Kiwis. And then we got the Raiju and the Space Squirrel. I'm not gonna even put any of these pets because they worth nothing. I honestly don't know if I should put the Space Squirrel here. I think Raiju is worth like 1/10 of the mimic. It has so low demand. And Space Squirrel is worse than Raiju. And I know I didn't include all the new pets, but they are basically F tier. So if I add a row below and say this is the F tier, I can include all the new pets here, which includes the new chimpanzee pet. It can be obtained from Junglehead with a 5% chance. Every 5 minutes grabs a random crop from the player's garden and goes to the sell stall and sells it for them. There is a 2% chance the crop doesn't get collected. Yeah, it's horrible bro, it's just trash. And if you check the jungle egg ourselves, all these pets are kinda trash. Including the tiger by the way. I mean it's most useful one in the jungle egg, but it's kinda mediocre. And if you have a tiger, try to trade it for a butterfly, because I think his value is gonna drop very soon. I think I missed couple of pets here, like the Dilophosaurus, which I think I will put in D tier, but comment down below what do you guys think. And thanks for watching, see ya.